Hello, everybody. Hey, welcome to the Art Boss Challenge. We're so excited that you're here. Oh my goodness. Have you seen all of the amazing artwork that you're posting inside of the Art Boss Challenge? I mean, it's crazy amazing. I'm so excited that you're here. My name is Rena Uha, and we have an amazing it's almost a week full of content that is specifically designed for serious artists who want to not only sell their artwork online, but create that passive income and put their art sales on rinse and repeat. As you guys are signing in, let us know you're here. Say hello. I'm just making sure that everything is up and running in the Facebook group. We are operating. Yep, everything looks good. We're here. I see folks here. Juliet, it's good to see you. Wezzy, Danielle is here. You're going to be meeting a Danielle in a little bit. Amy, welcome, you guys. I'm so excited that you're here. We are going to be talking about selling our artwork online. Okay, so if you haven't had a chance to post your artwork in the Facebook group, feel free to do that during the week. We love seeing what you're doing. And here's why, because we love to give you guys social media love. We want to, what you're posting, we want to be able to get it out to more people so that more of your ideal clients are seeing what you're doing. You guys, you spoke, we listened. Okay. You're telling us that you want passive income from selling your artwork. You're telling us that you want to put your sales and your business on a rinse and repeat so that you can get your time back in your studio. You're saying, I want to spend the summer with my kids. I want to be able to go on vacation and not worry about what's happening inside of my art business, right? Those are the things you're telling us. I want to be able to have a system that is selling in the background for when life gets crazy. Okay. Every business that's moving online needs a system and also needs the tools that does the heavy lifting of being able to find new customers, close new leads, track your customers, and be able to talk to your customers. Okay. And we are also, every single business who's moving their business online needs tools to do those heavy lifting. Okay. How is the online market different than the brick and mortar, different than having galleries, different than having shows? I'm going to tell you, it comes down simply to the sheer volume of leads that are out there. Okay. Just that alone is why we need to be talking about systems and we need to be talking about automation tools. We know that when we're selling online, it starts with having powerful content out there. Okay. But we also know that those really great websites that we've set up and all the posting that we're doing, it's just not closing the sales that we need. Okay. I hear you. I totally know what that feels like. I want you to know that my business wouldn't be able to run and operate. My online business wouldn't be able to run and operate unless I had the systems and the tools. Just recently, I moved my home 1,000 miles across the country. And if I hadn't had the systems and the tools operating in the background, I would have been worried about my business making it through the move. I wasn't super worried about that because I run a business that I travel around the world and my business runs on automation when I'm traveling. I can spend a day at an airport stuck away from the internet simply because my business is running online. Now, the very same day that I landed in Washington, D.C., was the same day that my mother called me and let me know that my father was in hospice. And I had to start looking at my business. And I didn't worry about my business, even though my business during that time period wasn't the most important thing that was happening in my life. I had the system that allowed for me just to focus on delivering to my current customers. And my business was running in the background, allowing for me not to worry about finding new leads and closing new sales. And I believe in this so much that I've built an automated selling system just for artists. Okay. A one of a kind collaborative tool and system that I worked with a nuclear engineer to create the platform that allows for us to put our systems on rinse and repeat. Okay. The tool that I'm going to be showing you this week is going to do that heavy lifting for you. You're going to be able to just plug and play, and it's only going to be available here. Okay. First, I'm going to show you the system. I'm going to show you the system that you're going to automate. Okay. And I'm confident that if you only use a small portion of the system or you only use the tool, you're going to increase sales. You're going to find more leads. You're going to close more sales. You're going to drive more traffic to your offers. You're going to talk to more customers. You're going to talk to the right customers. Okay. And none of this is possible in the online market unless we have a tool that allows for us to run our systems on the volume that we need to. And this isn't possible for the millions of other artists who are out there not leveraging the power of the online market. So excited that you're here this week. This is what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the reason why your websites aren't able to close the sales you need yet. We're going to talk about the system you need to build around your website. We're going to also talk about your brand and creating brand clarity. Okay. And talk about the reason why all businesses, when they move their business into the online market, they need to have website funnels, they need to have CRMs, they need to have emails that are all connected and talking to each other. Okay, here's a fact. This is a fact. You have the leads. There are millions of leads here in the online market. Really, there are too many leads in order to put through your system manually. Okay, just the sheer quantity of leads is why you need a system, and then we're going to show you how to automate it. Okay, this week is for serious artists who are done spending their time just kind of like doing all the work but not getting any results. Okay, don't you wish? I know this. Don't you wish that it was as easy as setting up a high-end, super sexy website, then posting everywhere in social media, and your artwork would just fly off the shelf? If you're here, it's because you're doing those things and you're not getting the results that you want. Does any of that sound familiar? Does any of that sound familiar? Okay. Say me in the comments if you're like, yeah, that sounds so familiar. Okay. What I want you to do now is I want you to grab a comfy spot in your house, in your studio. I want you to grab a pen and some paper. Okay. Because we're going to go dig on in and we're going to jumpstart the Art Boss Challenge. So I'm looking at the comments and I'm seeing, yeah, that sounds familiar. Totally sounds familiar. You guys are here. I know this. You guys are here because you want transformation in your art business. Okay. You want transformation that gets you more sales, that closes more customers so that you're living what we like to call the hashtag artist life. At the end of the week, you're going to walk away with a automation roadmap. Okay. If you don't have a roadmap, without a roadmap, the journey just becomes like a series of random steps that are disconnected. It's not until you have a roadmap that you have the ability to have the guidance and the direction that's going to let you claim the hashtag artist life. Okay. So I want you guys to start dropping some fire. If you are a brand new challenger, okay, welcome. We're so excited that you're here. If you've been to challenges before, we love to use the little icon. That's a little fire icon. I'm going to explain later on what it means and why we use that. But when we drop the fire, it's like the ability to kind of kickstart things and really tell our brains that what we're learning right now is super important. Yes, thank you, Michelle. Michelle Whitley just dropped the fire. She gave you an example of what a fire emoji looks like. It's our job to have fun here. We have tons of content coming your way. We can also have fun and we can start enjoying just being able to absorb a lot of content that is headed your way. Yep, lots of fire. You guys, you are on fire. This is amazing. All right. So, you know what? I said it before. Again, you guys spoke. We're listening. We know that you want a passive income. You want the ability for your artwork to make you money. If that's something that you're like, yes, I want to make money. I want to put my systems on rinse and repeat. Just keep dropping the fire. Okay. I'm going to ask you a question. Why do you want a passive income stream? Like, what will it give you back? I want you to start visualizing what will it give you back. If you had a rinse and repeat system that saved you time and saved you money, right? What would you do with that time and money? Would you go back into your studio and create more? Yeah, absolutely. Would you hang out more with your kids this summer? Would you go to your friend's wedding and not worry about what's happening in your business, right? All of the yeah, someone's like, "I found the fire emoji," right? What would you do with that time back? Would you be more confident when things kind of got a little bit crazy? When I know it's hard to say, but sometimes our art business isn't the priority in our lives. We actually have to keep the work-life balance. What are you going to do? Okay. Because every business that I'd be able to afford to have a child, I have the time to create and money, rescue my husband from the warehouse. I mean, like amazing stuff that we can do when we have a passive income source, when we have a system that we can automate. Okay. Every business that's moving online, it doesn't matter whether you're selling art, you're selling spaghetti, you're selling toothpicks, you're selling cars. If you're selling it online, we have to have a system that allows for us to automate it. Okay. And I believe in this so much that I've built out the tool and the system for you guys. Okay. And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you this week for free. Okay. The champagne room is what we call it. The champagne room is the tool that we use. It's where we celebrate our sales. It's an all-in-one tool. The website that you need, the CRM, the email, the calendar, the training portals, the payment portals, everything, and it all talks to one another. But before we can start even using that tool, we have to have a system to automate. Okay. You guys are getting in on the ground floor. This is the first time we've offered it. It's not offered anywhere else in the whole world. Okay. This is ground floor breakthrough things. I'm so confident that you're going to be able to use just even a portion of the system or maybe even just the tool, and you're going to immediately increase sales. You're going to immediately increase sales because you're going to find more leads. You're going to have the system to be able to walk your leads down the path to the sale. You're going to be able to raise prices. You're going to be able to quickly and easily message to your offers and have amazing online selling events. Okay, so if that sounds good, you just say, sounds good, because that is exactly what we're going to be doing here today. Okay. I'm going to talk a little bit about what we're doing. This is the goal for the week. I want you to know what the goal is. If what I'm going to be doing here and the goal that I'm setting forth doesn't align with what you want, it's a good time to know it. Day one, 15 minutes in. Okay. Number one, we're going to maximize results from the challenge. Okay, you have to do the work that I'm setting forth here. You have to do the homework, you have to download the checklist, and you have to start applying what you're learning to your businesses. And every single time that you guys say, sounds good, every single time you go, give me the fire, what that tells your brain is that this is important and this is something that I need to act on. Okay, so day one, that's today. We're going to talk about your super sexy high-end website and why it can't close the sales that you need yet. I'm going to show you the powerful, really simple system that we use, okay, inside of the Art Boss Business Builder so that you can close sales. Day two, we're talking about more leads, okay? It's not just about more leads, guys. It's about more of the right leads, okay? There's no shortage of leads in the online market. Actually, there are too many. So we're going to talk about why automations are necessary in order to filter and find the right people to talk to. Okay. Why you're overwhelmed selling your artwork online is typically what we're going to talk about at day two. You're trying to talk to too many people and they're not the right people. We got to be talking to the right people. Day three, okay. The gold is in the follow-up. So we're going to be talking about day three. We're going to be talking about closing sales. Businesses, and I'm talking generally, businesses spend so much money on brand and they put their brand out there and then there's no follow-up. They run an ad, no follow-up. They do a post, no follow-up. They have an engagement on a post, no follow-up. They send out an email, no follow-up. And then they go, I don't know why I'm not making sales. I'm doing all the work, because you don't have a system that's allowed for you to create automated follow-up. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going to be talking about on Thursday. And I've added in a bonus day for Friday. Friday, we're going to be talking about the champagne room. I'm going to actually do a demo that shows you the difference between a website that has follow-up attached to it and a website that doesn't. Okay. If you don't have a website that you know exactly who is visiting, if you're sitting here going, I have 500 visitors every single week, every single day, but I have no idea who they are. Okay. This is the difference. You're going to want to mark your calendar 1 p.m. Central Time every single day. All of this is going to blow your mind because most artists are not thinking about the online market and using it in such a powerful way. Okay. So this free training this week, it starts where other training leaves off. Okay. It's not a 101 course. I just want to put that out there. It's not a 101 course. It's not about tips and tricks. It is about setting up the systems and the tools that you need so that you're living the artist life. Okay. So for those of you who are just kind of signing in, coming in, I want you to just like let us know you're here. Give us a thumbs up, give us a little heart, say hello. I know that we have people tuning in from all around the world. You can even say, "Hi, my name is Susie and I'm from England or Africa or Australia or I'm from California." Because you know what? This is a community of people who understand what it's like to be an artist, okay? It's okay. It's okay if you don't like sales yet, okay? It's okay if like your favorite thing to do isn't selling yet, okay? That's what we're going to do this week. We're going to talk about selling, okay? And if nothing else, you walk away this week just understanding you don't need a business degree in order to sell your artwork. That then I'm like, I put the fire there because we need to understand that we have the ability to close sales and we have the ability to close tons of sales. Okay. So we are going to be spending some time talking about all the training. And then at the very end of today, I'm going to have a Q&A session. And if you guys have questions about your business at that time, I'll queue you up and I'll let you know now's the time to drop your questions. Keep dropping them in here right now. Totally cool. I'm going to introduce you to the team in a little bit. And we're going to talk about all the ways that we can serve you and help you and guide you during this week. Okay. So there's never been a better time to be an artist. I'm just going to put it out there. It's a fact. You can put fact, hashtag fact. It's an amazing time to be an artist. There's never been a time in history where we've had so many leads and customers. And I'm on a computer at our fingertips. You guys, think back 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago, right? You could only sell your artwork to the people who could walk to your studio. You might be talking about a 10-mile radius around your home or your studio. And when they got to your house, the number of people who had any disposable income was like impossible. It was impossible to sell your artwork. Okay. Okay, I'm reading through fact. Baltimore. I'm in DC. We have Toronto, we have Texas, Nova Scotia, London. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Never been a time in history, you guys. So I get sidetracked. With all of this opportunity, with all this ability to find our future clients right here in the online market, okay, we have to take action. We have to do the things that allow for us to close sales. And we have to set our sights on our goals. Okay. We have to set our sights on our goals. So it's the very first question I ask when I work with you guys. Okay. I've asked every single one of you, or even maybe Artie, the art bot, has asked you as well. We ask you, what is your goal? Okay. And here's the harsh truth. Okay. I'm going to say it. It's a harsh truth. When I ask you guys, what is your sales goal and what do you want to do with your artwork? What is the big goal? 85% of the artists I talk to say they just want to cover the cost of their supplies, that they don't want to make any more than $20,000 a year. That's their big goal. I'm not talking about what they're currently doing. I'm talking about their goal is to make $20,000. Okay. That's a starving artist income. They have the options. I give them the options to go, okay, I want to make enough to cover the cost of my supplies, $20,000 or less. I want to make a living wage or 7 figures all the way, baby. 85% of the people say, no, I just want to make $20,000. That's it. Okay. Why is this happening? Okay. What's happening? What's happening? So, of course, I like get them on the phone. I call them, I talk to them, and I'm like, okay, it says here you just want to make $20,000 or less. Why? What's the reason? And here's the main answers. Number one, oh, I'm doing better than everybody I know. $20,000, I'm a rock star. Okay. And I say, you might not be in the right community of artists. Okay. Number two, I can barely close at the prices I have right now, Ren. How am I going to raise my prices and close higher? Okay. We have a system. Number three, it's like, making more than 20K just sounds too hard. Okay. Those are the answers to why we want to stay in starving artists. Does anybody want to make more than 20K a year? Anybody? Just raise your hand. Does anybody? What is your big goal? Okay. This isn't about what you're currently doing. This is about what you want. If you had the systems, the tools, and the support, what would you want? Because we can't live the artist life until we get clear on our goals. Okay. If you're thinking, I'm just going to put this out here. If you're thinking, oh, all that sounds like too much work, making $100,000 a year, I don't have the time. This sounds like too much work. I'm going to tell you, yes, absolutely. It's too much work. If you're planning on manually putting through all the leads into your system, you're going to talk to thousands of people, thousands upon thousands of people in a month. Okay. Yeah, it's too much work. Okay. You need the systems, you need the tools to do the heavy lifting for you. Okay. So excited. How many people here, it's your first challenge? Just say me in the comments. Is it the first time that you are joining in on a challenge? I'm going to tell you what you're going to walk away with. You're going to, over this week, I'm going to show you the system, and then I'm going to show you the tool to automate it. Okay. So if you're just interested in the system, type in system. If you're interested in the tool to automate it, put in the word tool. Like, give me an idea of what you're really here for and what content you're looking for. Okay. Because we are going to be able to give you both if you want it. But if you're someone who's like, I already have my system, Ren, I'm closing 100,000 already. I just want to save on my tool stack. I don't want, I'm spending way too much money on all the tools I need, and I really want to get my hands on an all-in-one tool. I need to know. Okay. Awesome. Both, please. Both, please. Both, please. Perfect. Perfect. The Art Boss Challenge is specifically designed for professional artists who want clarity on how to close more sales in the online market. Okay. 3 days to cover 3 topics. I'm going to show you the system. That's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you the system you need. Okay. Number 2, I'm going to show you your brand, how to find more leads with your brand. That's tomorrow. And then I'm going to show you how to do follow-up so you can close your leads. That's on Thursday. Okay, so mark your calendars, 1 p.m. Central Time, all 3 days, and we're going to cover the whole entire system. And then the bonus on Friday, I'm literally going to walk you through a demo on how you can build a system around your website so that all the follow-up is automated, and that's what's going to give you your time back to do all those fun things that you wanted to do. Okay, so this is for action takers. Okay, so this week is for action takers. If you're like done with spending another year, realizing now you're another year behind and you still haven't sold artwork, okay, because I consistently watch artists close $80,000 in 6 months, have their first 20K selling months, sell 50 paintings in a month, where they're actually coming to me going, I'm selling too much. Now we have a new problem to fix. We got to fix the delivery issue. Okay. And artists who have a waiting list, 12 art lovers long, just waiting to see what's coming off of their easel and saying, I'm first on the list, I get to pick that. Okay. So already, before we've even started training, I want you to know that you've seen the automation tool. You've experienced that automation tool. You've seen the sales funnel. Okay. You've seen the bot. You've seen the landing pages, you've seen the email sequences, you've seen the ads, you've seen all of the lead generation tools, okay? All of the automations you've already seen and you've already experienced. If you want that experience for your customers, that is what you're here to do. So if you're ready, say me, and this is where I want the fire. I want you to drop fire if you're ready, okay? The fire is about having fun. It's a lot of content coming your way in just about 2 minutes. We're going to really hit it hard. Okay. We have to have fun. And that just someone said, oh, I finally found the emoji. Now you've set in your brain the ability to recognize when you drop the fire, it's telling your brain, this is important. This is important stuff. And I need to remember this. Okay. Number 2, it's just fun. Helping everybody get excited. It just makes everything more fun. And number 3, it really helps Team Art Boss to know when we have content that's really hitting and we know to dive in even deeper. Okay. So it's super helpful for everyone. So even if you're watching in replay, guys, go ahead and put the fire. We're watching and monitoring. You can also put in #replay. It will just help you find the video to watch again if you wanted to watch the video again. So awesome. Awesome. All right. All right. Anybody ready? Oh my gosh. I'm so let me get a drink of water really quickly and we're going to kind of jump on in. So I'm going to ask this question and then I want you to think through this. Has anyone ever said this to you? Has anyone ever said, I wish I was as talented as you are. I wish I could draw like you could. I wish I could paint like you could. Has anyone done that? You can drop fire. You can say, yes, me, whatever you want to say. Yes. Right. Okay. Here's the thing. Raise your hand if you understand. Here's the thing. When someone says, oh, I wish I was as talented as you. I wish that I could do that. Here's what it does. It implies that all this is magical, that all the time that we put into our studios, all of the money we invest, I'm going to tell you, half of you, if not 80% of you, would tell me, I came out of the womb creating. I was drawing in the cradle. My first painting or drawing was at 3 years old. We've spent a majority of our lives refining our craft. We buy new tools, experiment with them. We buy new paints. We spend tons of time refining and developing the craft that people see. Okay. When someone says, I wish that I could be as good as that, and they haven't done any of the time, put any of the money, put any of the resources into it, here's the biggest problem about it. This is the biggest problem. It's the most frustrating part. Okay. It actually undermines what we do. It actually puts it on that was so easy. You're so lucky. That many of us will accept less for our work than what it's worth. So it creates a mentality that we don't need to charge a lot of money for our artwork because the value's not there. We were just lucky and we were given it and we wished it. Okay. So here's what I'm going to let you guys know. If the people you're talking to are constantly telling you, I wish, or they're telling you, I wish that I was that talented, or I like this one too. I wish I could win the lottery so I could buy your artwork. Okay. I'm going to tell you, you're talking to the wrong people. And that's what we're going to shift tomorrow. We're going to shift tomorrow. We're going to be talking to the right people. Okay. So, but understand, I know what it's like and I know what it's like to be there. Okay. So here's the thing. Okay. I want you to raise your hands again. Does anyone wish that they were good at selling their art? I just wish I was good at selling my art. Okay. So let me ask you, how much time do you spend practicing selling your artwork? Okay. You know where I'm going. Okay. Just like the time, the investment that you put into creating your craft and your product, that time and that resources, you don't get better at being a better artist by just wishing. You get better at being a better artist by doing. That same energy that you put into creating your artwork, when you put it and invested it into getting better at closing sales, okay, that's what matters. It's not a magical talent about being better at selling. It's simply about having the systems and the tools and the support that you need and the time and the investment, because creating a successful business takes the same energy and the same process as creating your artwork. Okay. Period. So this week is free, guys. Everything that we're doing, the help with implementation, everything is free. And you're going to get to work with Team Art Boss. I'm going to be introducing you to Team Art Boss in a minute. Okay. So we're here to provide clarity on what you need to do next. Okay. So yes, the whole entire week is free. The Q&A sessions, the bonus sessions, like all of the content, the workbook, everything is free. Okay? And yes, if you want to continue working with me and my team, you're going to have the ability to work with us every single week. We have multiple options to help you uncover what you need to do next. Okay. So later in the week, I'm going to be making you an offer to come and work with us if you would like that. Okay. And the reason I'm letting you know is that it's your choice whether you want to work with us and continue to work with us. Okay. I'm just telling you now because sometimes artists get really upset when they realize they can't work with us for free for the rest of their lives. So if that's something that's going to make you upset that you can't continue to work with us after this week, then it's okay if you need to leave now. Okay. So I'm just letting you know because here's the thing. Not everybody gets us. Not everybody gets us. Why do we provide all this training for free, all this value? Okay. I have an unexplainable need to create and to work with artists. Okay. I was placed on this earth and I share the whole entire story about how the whole thing evolved in my personal profile. If you'd like to read it, just posted, I have an unexplainable need. My need is to share with you this one aha moment. If you don't want anything else today, it's just to know this, that even if you don't have a business degree, you can still claim the sales you want by selling your artwork online. Okay. And if you already have the system, if you're already closing six figures and beyond, and you just want a more affordable tool, I'm going to give you access to that as well. If you just want, instead of piecemealing your CRM and your email and your sales funnel software and your calendars and your payment portals and your delivery portals, you just want one system that allows for you to automate your sales. I'm going to let you know when I just got rid of my active campaign, because for years that's what I did. I piecemealed everything together and my tool stack cost was in the thousands of dollars a month. Okay. When I moved to the tool, just getting rid of my email platform and moving it in here, I saved over $500 a month by getting rid of active campaign. Okay. So if you're using email software and you're like, I'm going to make more money just by reducing my cost. People, this is perfect. Okay. And if you're sitting here thinking, if you're going, I don't spend any money on my email, I'm using MailChimp and it's for free. I'm going to tell you, you don't have enough leads. Okay. You don't have enough emails and we're going to fix that. We're going to fix that. Because if you only have a couple thousand emails, you don't have enough leads to run a big business. Okay. If you're trying to sell the same pieces of artwork to the same 200 people, then we might have found your problem. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump on in to the training deck because I want to introduce you to Team Art Boss. I'm so excited to be able to introduce you to Team Art Boss. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, let me, it is faded out and I'm not sure why it's faded out. So I'm actually going to remove it and I'm going to add it back in because you should be able to read it. So let me go ahead and remove this from the studio because I want you to be able to read the training. So let me add it back in, slides. There, better. Okay, today we're going to talk about passive income. We're going to help you leap into a six-figure art income. Okay, you could see it. Thank you. It was for me, it was all muted and I couldn't read the words. So that was a problem, but thanks for the feedback. Okay, cool. So here's Team Art Boss. I'm so excited to be able to introduce you. I'm going to brag on them for a little bit. Okay, the Art Boss Challenge takes weeks to organize, okay, and deliver. Okay, so you're going to meet some super amazing professionals who have these superpowers. Over 1,000 artists registered this week. We're delivering the content here in Facebook. We're delivering it in YouTube. We're delivering it in email. And we're also trying out Thread for the first time. You guys, I'm so excited to be able to really lean into some of the new platforms that are out there. But I first want you to say hi to Danielle. Okay, so say hi, Danielle. Danielle Ralston is in the comments today. She has been answering your questions, kind of directing you to how everything's going to be working. So I want you to say hi, Danielle. Hi, Danielle. She's amazing, and you're going to be working with her all week long inside of the comments. Okay, you also have access to me. Okay, you're going to have access to me this week. At the end of every training, we have a Q&A session that's going to allow for you to ask questions on the content we discussed that day, as well as at the end of the week, The VIP meeting that we're having, that's where I'm going to demo what we're going to be doing. That's going to take place in a Zoom meeting. You guys are going to need a VIP pass. Okay. So the VIP pass, I'm going to be giving you the link. It's later in the presentation, and Danielle is going to be grabbing the link for you. So it's a hyperlink and you can just click on it. And it's just gonna spell it out. It's launch.karenauha.com/VIP July. Okay. So this is really more for Danielle, so she knows which link to grab. But I want you to know that if you want direct access to me in a Zoom room, you're going to have the opportunity to talk to me on Friday, as well as one-on-one opportunities if you want to. Okay. We're also, like you can see, there's a team of us that works inside of the Art Boss. Okay. You have a team of coaches, and there's even like a ton of people who work behind the scenes that aren't even listed on this, but you have access to Diana. She's our Facebook ads manager. Rita, who does our camera ready training. You have Kayla, who also works inside of, she's like our tech guru. And you also have Artie, the art boss. All right. Artie is your concierge who allows for you to have direct access immediately 24/7 to all of the links that you need. Okay. So it's crazy amazing. We love, love, love Team Art Boss. They're so amazing. And I just want you to like a round of applause for all the support that you're getting this week. Okay. There's some other support that's headed your way, your resources and reminders. Okay. So live training every day, 1 p.m. If you want to connect with Artie so that you have access to all the links you need, it's artie.karenauha.com/goodies. You can watch the replays. Okay. Either you can watch the replays here in Facebook, and you can also watch it in the studio. We're going to be dropping the studio link in a minute. And remember, you also are going to have access and see behind the scenes of the champagne room, which is where we celebrate all of our sales. You have the workbook. Okay. I'm going to show it to you. You had early access through Artie. Okay. There it is. You had early access. There were some people who were like, I can't get it to download. Okay. So maybe you're blocked out of Messenger. Maybe your Messenger isn't connected. That was early access. Now that you're here, go to that studio link, launch.karenauha.com/studio, and the workbook is available in there as well. Okay. So the other resources, make sure that when I'm going to be offering the opportunity to grab calls with me for clarity calls, that will happen on Thursday. There we go. Real quick, big letters so that you can copy it pretty easy. Artie, the art bot, she is your like one-stop shopping location for all of, I'm going to be giving you guys a checklist later on, all the homework, all the replays. Artie's going to be able to direct you 24/7. Okay. So artie.karenauha.com/goodies. Okay. All right. Challenge schedule. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. Tuesday, it's today, we're talking about the system. Wednesday, we're talking about your brand. Thursday, we're talking about follow-up. And Friday, we're going to be doing that demo. Cool beans. Cool beans. Okay. Awesome. So my name's Karen Auha. I go by Ren Auha. I love art. I love being an artist. And you know what I love most is I love talking about art business. Okay. My passion for art, my work experience, 20 years of working in the corporate environment, selling high ticket items, my ability to break down big concepts into bite-sized pieces so that you can identify where you need to work in your system. It's my superpower. Okay. I've done it all. I'm a graphic designer. Again, 2 decades of selling high ticket offers inside of the corporate world. I've worked in galleries. I've run galleries. I've had studio spaces in galleries. I did art shows. I have art licensing agents. I write grants. I now review grants for the Mid Alliance, the Arts Mid Alliance Alliance. Sorry, and it's for and I'm like boom. I've done wholesaling too. Ugh, wouldn't do it, but I've looked at everything in the art market and I've created a selling system that literally blows all those other income streams out of the park. Okay, so that is what we're doing here. And I want you to know, okay, before we jump in, the training's coming. This is what I want you to know. I'm going to pop back here because I want you to see me when I say this. I want you to know all the work that you've done so far, all the work in your galleries, all the work in your shows, all the trying to figure this out on your own, working with other coaches, learning skill sets. It set you up for huge success. All the time and resources you've put into learning how to sell your artwork is going to allow for you to go faster and more quickly make serious money selling your artwork. And if you're just starting out, okay, you're not going to have to spend the decades trying to figure this out on your own. Okay, so awesome. I'm going to go ahead and jump on into those slides and we're going to just hit it. Okay, so here we go. This is once we hit the training deck, we're just moving. I will take questions after the training deck is finished, and then we will we'll head on out for the day. Okay. So, but let's take, it's going to take about 20 minutes to really go into this deep dive into the training on the system. What would you love to happen in your art business by the end of 2023? I've asked you this question. Is this what you're doing? Are you crossing your fingers and you're hoping for sales? Is it like, oh, I sure hope this works? Because what we want for you is to create the confidence in your selling system to close the sales that you deserve. It should feel like this. It should be like, I can go on vacation, I can spend time with my kids because I know that my business is running in the background. And when you're running a system, it is about understanding the numbers and understanding what you need to do in order to get the sales that you deserve. Okay, so here are your 3 tools that you need. Okay? If you haven't grabbed your workbook or a piece of paper, there's been a lot of training up to this point. Okay, but this is what's inside of your workbook. There are 3 tools you need. You need a system. Okay, day 1, that's today. You need a brand. That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. And you need a follow-up system, which is what we're going to talk about on Thursday. Okay, so here's day 1. Here's your system. It's called a sales funnel. Okay, we need to have and layer out a sales funnel when we're using the online market, especially when we're using the online market. You may have heard the term sales funnel. It's really pretty simple. Like a lot of times business owners overthink this. It's really quite simple. It's a really simple system that we use, okay? It looks like this. This is just a representation of what a sales funnel looks like. We have the top of the funnel, we have the middle of our funnel, and we have a bottom of our funnel. The goal is to allow for our systems to filter people through our funnel and move them to the place where we are just talking to a handful of people who are ready to purchase. Instead of trying to talk to a million people who we don't even know if they're really our ideal clients yet, we can run a system that allows for us to funnel our ideal customers and only be talking to those people. So here's the system that we use in the Art Boss formula. Our sales funnel is a container. So many businesses do all this work finding brand, building their content, posting online, sending emails, right? But they don't put those leads anywhere that they can actually consistently and continuously recontact them and keep them warm and give them everything they need to say yes. Your container needs to have the ability to do outbound messaging. And it also, the best containers are actually ones that have built-in traffic systems. Okay, we're going to talk more about all that tomorrow and on Thursday. So when we are running a sales funnel, we have to collect leads. This isn't about putting 1 or 2 people into a sales funnel and then trying to sell 100 paintings to those 2 people. This is about continually finding leads to put into our funnel. I know someone's going to ask this, so I'm just going to answer it. There are only 2 ways to collect leads, guys. Okay. You can run an organic system where you go out into social media and invite people one by one. Just, hey, you want to see my artwork? Hey, you want to see my artwork? Hey, you want to see my artwork? Or we can run a paid system that allows for us to get our artwork in front of thousands of people at once versus one by one. That's it. That's it. There's only two ways to collect leads. And because we're running a social media business, there's only one place that we can go, and that's social media. So if you're going to say, I don't know where to find the leads, that's exactly what we're going to do with you when we work with you, is find the leads and the content that magnetizes your leads to you. We're going to talk about content in a minute. After we collect our leads and put them in our container, okay, we can start collating them. We can start filtering them. We can start determining who do we want to talk to, who's a freebie seeker, who is an ideal client, and who is just wasting our time because they're never going to purchase. They're only going to visually dine on our artwork. We have to have the system that allows for us to quickly filter through the people who are never going to purchase. And we have to connect with our ideal customers. It's not important to connect with the people who will never purchase. So after we've gone through and our system has told us who we need to connect with, we need to start giving them everything they need to say yes. Create the conversations, build out the nurturing strategies, get to know them. We have to get to know our customers. We want them to get to know us as well. And we have to get clarity on our ideal customer. What keeps them up at night? Then we move to the close. We need to be able to track our leads. We need to be able to know who is getting ready to purchase so that we're making offers to the people who are saying, pick me. I want that piece of artwork. All of our systems depend upon a conversion rate. A conversion rate is the percentage of leads ready to buy when you make an offer. And I'm going to give you the business reality here. It's actually a good number. It might seem a little shocking at first, but the number of people in your sales funnel who are ready to purchase every time you make an offer is right around 3%. So this is why when we're working in the online market and we have access to so many people who want our artwork, we need to run a system that allows for us to put the right leads into our sales funnel so that when we make an offer, 3% of them are closing. So if our funnel only has 5 people in it and we can close at 3%, might be the answer why you're not closing. You need 100 people in your funnel to get 3 sales. And for some of the art bosses that we work with, 100 people inside of their funnel, when they close 3 offers, they can be making $5 to $10K a month because they have offers that close at $5,000. So the system, super simple. We're just going to go back and look at it again. Okay. I want you to know the system that we're using is a system to collect leads, collate your leads, connect with your leads, and then close your leads. That's it. It's a 4-part system. And now we can run a system to check. We can run an evaluation tool that allows for you to check your system. I like to call it the C check. Okay, this is what it visually looks like. This is what it looks like. We have to be running a system that we collect leads, connect with our leads, close our leads. The star in the middle is your container, and the triangle is your content. So if your brand isn't connecting with your leads and moving them through your funnel, that's where we need to work. Okay. So if someone came to me and they said this, why isn't my website closing the sales I need? Okay. That's typically what a lot of people are like. Oh, I just need SEO optimization. Oh, when I build my website, I know I'm going to close a lot of sales. Here's the news flash. Your website can't close sales all by itself. You need to have a system around it, and we can start doing the C check. Okay. Traditional websites are set up Their traditional websites are not set up. There should be not set up with the content that converts. Okay, that's the number one problem. It's just not the right content. Okay, yeah, you have your beautiful pictures, you have prices, but we know that price and pictures don't convert customers. We need to have the content. Okay. Traditional websites, problem number two, they're not containers and they don't have the ability to collect leads. When someone comes to our website, we can do a Google Analytics and we can see 500 people visited my website this week. We have no idea who they are. You don't have a lead until you know who they are. Traditional websites are just expensive business cards, okay? They don't have the human connection. And even e-commerce websites, they're only payment portals. They don't have the power to close sales. They just don't have the ability to close a sale because they don't have the right content on them. Okay. Here's the great news. We can fix the website problem. And that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow and the next day. With the Art Boss formula, we're going to be talking about your brand and why brand clarity is super important for your content, to collect leads and to connect with leads. Your brand also closes leads. And then on Thursday, we're going to talk about the follow-up you need. Every single time that you put content out there, every single time you connect with your customer, we have to have follow-up. Okay. And then we can automate it. Okay. So I'm going to be moving to a Q&A session. And so what I want you guys to do, I'm going to just kind of give you a little bit more content before we head out today. So if you have questions, here's what I want you guys to do. And I'm going to pop back over here. Okay. If you have questions, I want you to put a Q in front of your question. And then it'll be easier for me to really kind of look through all of the questions here. Okay, so go ahead and start posting your, I'm looking at the, because we have over 400 comments. Okay, if I went to the very top and started reading through all the comments looking for questions. So if you had a question earlier, just repost it, put it in the comments, put a Q in front of it. I'm just going to look for the Q and then I'm going to be answering questions so that we can talk about the content we deliver today. We're going to talk about sales funnels. Okay, we're going to talk about the sales funnels. And let me pop back over here really quickly and just finish this out. Okay, so in summary, there's homework that is posting inside of the group today. Okay, it's posting right about probably in the next couple minutes. And I want you guys to share with me and the rest of the artists here, what would you love to see happen in your art business by the end of the year? Okay, what is your big goal? Just go ahead and share that in the group. And that's step number one. Okay, I need for you guys to do that. There's also a business audit check sheet that is headed your way. It is, let me pop back over here. The checklist is designed to audit your business so you can clearly see the places where you can start automating and also make sure that you have a system that's set up. Okay, this may be one of the first times you ever thought about your business this way as a system. So we've organized it in the collect, connect, right, close, so that you can see how and what you can start automating and what needs to be included in your business system. The check sheet is available through Artie, or for those of you who are like, I don't like Messenger, I don't want to work with a bot, that's totally cool. You can come over here to the studio that we set up for folks. It's at launch.karenauha.com/studio. And what this is going to do is you're going to pop over here and you're going to be able to, the workbook is here, all of the important links, that audit checklist. Miss Rita has probably already uploaded everything for y'all. So it should be there. If not by the end of the Q&A, it'll be ready. And oh, definitely, she's super quick. It'll be ready pretty much right after we're done with this training. Okay. I also want to remind you, if you want to see that demo for the champagne room, and you're going to need a VIP pass. Okay, so Friday happens in a Zoom room Here's the link that you can get it. Okay. There's a few questions you need to fill out, and then you'll get the VIP pass, which is a password into the demo room. Okay. So tomorrow we're going to be unlocking the path so they get more of the right leads with your brand. Okay, so super cool stuff happening here. Training typically the first day, because we have to do so much housekeeping on the very first day, typically takes right around 45 minutes, and then I have a 15-minute Q&A session. Today we spent a little bit more time again on housekeeping. I'm here until the last question, so we'll be taking questions. If I start seeing a repetitiveness to some of the questions, I might skip over some of the questions. But it looks like we have a bunch. So I have a lot of people. Let me see here. Yeah, let's do it here. I'm looking for the first Q. Okay, there we go. First Q. What happens if I don't have a great collection of art yet? Okay, so tell me more about why you don't think you have great art. That would be my first question. Okay, so remember, what we're teaching here is for serious artists who want to sell their artwork online. Okay, so I would probably start asking you questions about what makes you think that your artwork isn't like great. Okay, have you made offers to people? Are people telling you your artwork isn't great? Okay, so honestly, this is a question that allows for us to kind of dig into maybe there's some mindset here. I don't typically train on mindset during a challenge, okay? And my heart, like I don't know who this is, okay? So I just want you guys to know this. If you're going to ask me if your artwork's good enough, I'm going to ask you why you think it's not good enough, okay? Because that's one of those things. And I'm also going to, like, as I lean in here, I work with thousands of artists. Last year, I worked with 10,000 artists, and there's a significant number of artists who don't think their artwork is good. And when I look at it, I know they can make literally hundreds of thousands of dollars on their artwork. Okay. So I want you to get really like, you're going to have to test your offers. You're going to have to go out there and you're going to have to start selling your artwork. Okay. And then, and then if you're like, yep, it's the quality of my artwork, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to take the classes and are you going to up level your skill set so that you have artwork that you can sell? Okay, so those are the questions. For those of you who have questions about the quality of your artwork, okay, I want you to know that's the first thing. I want you to prove to me that your artwork isn't good enough. Not like that's what I want you to prove to me. Okay, I love you guys. Absolutely love you. Okay. How do we access Friday if I can't attend? If you can't attend on Friday, that's a great question. If you apply for your VIP pass after that training, I send out the replay, but only to the people who applied for the VIP pass. Okay, so go ahead and apply. Use that link, launch.karenauha.com/VIP July. And when you apply, we have your email address, and then we'll send you. And we have the fact that you want that replay. We'll send you the replay. Okay, great question. Okay. I only have a website through ArtPal and Fine Art America. It seems I need a private website or something like this. You don't, you can totally use any website you want to. Okay. So websites are just URLs. So let's kind of talk a little bit about what websites are. They're just URLs. There's nothing more powerful about one website or another. Okay. Unless you add in the automations and the follow-up. Okay. So for those of you who already have a website, you spent I know how much websites cost to build and maintain. If you have a website and you've already built it, we can still add in the automations. If you want a all-in-one tool where your website sits inside of that all-in-one tool, 20 minutes. That's what's crazy amazing about this tool. I've given you the whole template. All you need to do is plug in your name and your product names. In 20 minutes, you have a website that's up and running if you wanted to. Okay. And if you're using places like Fine Art America, my only concern about using websites that are other places like Fine Art America, Etsy, uh, Snapfish, I'm trying to remember all the ones, right? All those places, you're spending your time and money to drive your traffic to somewhere else where they can buy from thousands upon thousands of other pieces of artwork that aren't yours. So if you're willing to spend the time and the money, the advertising, like finding leads, and then you're going to drive them somewhere else, especially Etsy's the worst. I'm just going to say it. Etsy's the worst because when someone puts your artwork in their cart, Etsy comes in and goes, there's another painting that has the same colors, the same topic, and it's less. That to me is just like you're driving traffic to somewhere that they don't care about you. You're not their customer. Okay. ManyChat the automation? So Amy asked about the automation. One of the tools that we use here is a bot. Okay. There are a lot of different automation tools, and I love ManyChat. It's great because it does talk to our tool. So if you already are using ManyChat, we're going to integrate that into our tool. If you're not using ManyChat, we're going to talk about some of the other options that you have as well. Okay. The next question, how can I tell that my lack of sales is because a lack of the right system versus my artwork isn't sellable? So you don't know whether your artwork is sellable unless you have a system, right? So it's kind of one of those catch-22s. And I'm just going to go back and reiterate. Typically, when someone comes to me and says, my artwork isn't selling, it must be because it's not good enough or my price. I've only like, it's not because your artwork isn't good enough, and it's not because of your price. It's simply because you're not making your offers to the right people, and then you're not following up. So I don't have the name here. So if you were like, okay, here's my whole system, here's my artwork, here's how I'm finding my customers, I'm consistently using these strategies to find customers, I'm consistently making offers, and I'm still not closing. Now we're going to look at your system and we're going to determine what you need to do next. Okay. So I hope that's helpful. Okay. Because it's just about the system. So many artists blame their artwork or their price when it's really their system that's not working. Okay. What is your personal website for your art? My personal website, you can just Google my name. You can just type in KarenAuha.com if you want to. How do I monetize my current website? How do I sell through it and use a hosting website? What we're going to talk about on the demo. Okay. So the demo Friday, make sure you get that VIP pass. Great question. In the workbook. Oh, thank you. In the workbook, it says this, that you need to, okay. So container, collect, collate, connect, and close. So there's actually 5. Okay. They were all the ones that I showed you. Perfect. Thank you for the clarity on that. After this free class is over this week, how much is the rest of the classes starting next week and beyond? So awesome. I let you know at the end of the week, I'm going to be making you guys an offer, and depending on how much support you need, we'll customize a program for you. Okay. So great question. All right. This one's a little bit longer. Finding a fulfillment center to handle print on demand. I think that's what you're going to be asking for. I've researched multiple companies, obviously want to sell original art, but selling prints means that you can continue to sell popular paintings. Perfect. You're thinking about the right way. Money can continue to flow in, and I'm all about automated. Perfect. We're on the same page. I want to learn how to do this and end the crazy amount of hours doing this piecemeal. Amen. Let's do it. Okay. So I didn't really see a specific question. It felt like you're more telling me the story about your art business. So let's grab a clarity call. I'm going to be making offers on Thursday where you can just work directly with me and we can uncover what you need to do next, because absolutely we can automate the front end of our business. Okay. So the tool that I'm showing you is about automating the front side, the sales and the marketing. When you start talking about fulfillment, that's automating the delivery systems. And we can start talking about a tool that the front end and the back end talks to one another. Okay, so totally doable. What trouble might we run into selling out of our own country? Tax, country rules. Should we stick close to home? Or is this a worldwide thing? Absolutely, it's a worldwide thing. Okay, we can sell to anyone in the world. Yes, there's duty. Yes, there are taxes. Yes, there are rules that you need to follow. Okay. Do you have to have your own website? Where would you recommend hosting the domain? Okay. Your website is a URL. So I'm starting to see a rotation in questions. So I'm gonna, if I see this question again, I'll be like, rewatch the video. So you need a URL. Every URL is actually a website, and a website is a URL. Okay, so very generically speaking, you will need a container. You will need a URL to collect that. Okay, if you're selling online, you're going to need a URL. What your website looks like, what that container looks like, there are so many options. Okay, so we can jump into more information around what your website needs to look like. I'm more concerned that you have a container. And on Friday, we're going to be looking at a website container that has the ability. It looks just like every other website, but when I show you the follow-up process that's attached to it, that's the power of it. Okay. So Friday, make sure that you catch Friday. Ooh, great question. What if my artwork is digital and not physical? Okay. So, yeah, totally. A lot of art bosses sell a digital product. Okay. So, we'll talk about you want to come and work with us. We'll build out your entire system based on the fact that your product is digital. Not an issue at all. Okay. All right. Next cue. Can you add it to an Etsy shop website? I kind of called out Etsy because it's not my favorite. Okay. Could you? Yes. Would you spend the time and money to actually make Etsy's stronger so that they can then pull someone out of your cart and put them into another cart? I wouldn't recommend it. Okay. So Etsy, it's just not, they're not my favorite. Okay. If you've been around long enough, I'm not a big fan of Etsy. I'm not a big fan of the other websites that ask you to drive traffic there. And once you drive traffic there for them, they take them out of your cart and start selling them someone else's piece of artwork. To me, there's a little integrity there. It's not how I want to spend my time and money, is building business for Etsy. I want to build business for my own. So answer, yes, you can. Would you? I wouldn't. It's not what I would recommend. Okay. Interested in automating selling prints as well as originals. Yep. You can sell whatever product. So I love that someone asked about digital. We can sell whatever product we want with these systems. We can do originals. We can do reproductions. We can do magnets. We can do paper prints, metal prints. We can do, okay, I haven't even talked about this yet. If you're someone who teaches art classes, we use these systems to sell the art classes. Okay. And the tool already has that built-in Kajabi back end where you actually deliver your video and training. It also has that. Okay. Doesn't matter what your product is, we can use the system to deliver it. So great questions about what the physical product looks like. Doesn't matter. If you're someone who's actually even a yoga coach, we can use it. We can use it, this whole entire system, to even sell your yoga classes. Okay, so great questions. Probably have a few more in there that are going to be kind of like those kind of questions, and I'll just refer back and say, yes, we can sell any kind of product. Yeah, so the next one is photography. I forgot to say that. Yes, photography. Is the market really as oversaturated as it seems? With POD sites, they seem overwhelming. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what your question is. I'm a little confused about it, but what I kind of think I'm seeing here is the art market oversaturated in the online market. I'm going to tell you no. When I'm looking in the online market, when I'm looking in social media, the artists who are correctly selling their artwork online and actually have a system that closes sales, it's super unsaturated. Okay. There are like 2 million artists in the world. Like the last what's it called when the government does the polls? The last time that they went out and did the big polls, 2 million people claim to be visual artists. Okay. That would include everything through all of the mediums that are visual artists. That didn't include performing arts. Okay. 2 million of us. And I only see a handful of people who are really using and leveraging the online market correctly. So no, I would say it's not saturated. If you're looking to, if you're working just with Etsy, like if you're going to line up with Etsy or Fine Art America, you have a lot of competition there. I'd rather see you sell your artwork online so you don't have any competition. Okay, so great question. All right. Great questions. Perfect. How much starting out do I need to spend on lead generation ads? Okay. So I don't have, it just says Facebook user. So when we run ads, this is what I want to let you know. We run ads to find customers. We don't run ads to find just leads. I don't need more ghosts like flying around just checking out what I'm doing and visually dining on my artwork. When we're running ads, we're running them for specific offers and specific selling events. So after you tell me about the specific selling event that you have, then I'll make a recommendation on how much you need to be spending on your ads. It really is going to depend on your offer and what your goal is for those ads. Great question, something we can dig into. Okay, Amy, how much starting out do I need to spend on lead generation ads? That was Amy. So sorry, read it again. I need to know about finding a fulfillment center. Cool. Fulfillment centers are amazing. I think you're looking for print on demand. Okay. There's so many of them. You really need to test them on your own. So here's what I want you to do. However, it says Facebook user. I want you to put that question inside of the Art Boss Challenge. I want you to say, hey, artist, have you used print on demand and do you have a favorite? This is the power of a community of artists who are walking that same journey. Put it out there. Get a list of 10. I bet you'll get a list of 10 different PODs, print on delivery companies, and you're going to have to send your artwork. Pick the top 3. You're going to have to send your artwork and you're going to need to visually see what it looks like. When I'm looking for a new print on demand vendor, that's exactly what I do. I don't trust that. I'm not going to send something off to a customer until after I have seen their print quality. Okay. I think we have a few more questions. Okay, here's a question about the tool. Do we build the tool or is the tool purchased as a product at the end of the class? So the tool, okay, is actually, I haven't built it. I collaborated with a company and they built it. So if you're interested in the tool, I'm going to demo it for you and then you purchase the tool just like you would purchase ClickFunnels or your email platform or any of the other, like if you're using Kajabi, any of those other platforms that we're all trying to piecemeal together to run our businesses, you purchase those tools from those companies. This tool we're going to talk about what platform it's using. We're going to talk about who's built this out, why it's important, why it's better than the other, like piecemealing it together. We're going to talk about all of that. And that is on, like, we're going to start talking about that on Thursday, and then we're going to finish it up with a demo on Friday. So great question. Yeah, I'm beyond excited for Friday too, Michelle. Okay, social media algorithms and search criteria. SEO make it difficult to get in front of proper leads. Does this system address that? Yes. This tool is actually already SEO optimized. You don't even it's already built into the whole system. You know that SEO optimization has been a problem for years. So the tools that we're using are now addressing that. It's not even an issue anymore. Okay, so I also want you to know the system that we're using is a combination of leveraging the power of social media, okay, as well. So those are on-platform assets as well as off-platform assets, including emails and texting and all the ways that we're going to be connecting with our ideal clients. Okay, so that's why the big system I showed you today. Tomorrow we're going to talk about branding And then on Thursday, we're going to talk about the follow-up process. Okay. So super crazy, super great stuff. Okay. So someone has an issue with the VIP error. So it don't put in for that monthly income, don't put in the dollar sign. Don't put in your whatever your country code is for your dollar sign. Just put in a number. Okay. Run it through there again. It's just the quirkiness of it. I might just have to remove that question altogether. I don't know. Thanks for the heads up for the VIP room. Okay. You should be able to get past that and just to don't put a dollar sign. The homework for today is posted inside of the group. Okay. It is, what do you want for your business? Okay. For this year, what would you love happen to your business this year? It's super simple. Just type it in. It can be like a journaling, might be a really great journaling. Ghost. I'm not a ghost. What are you referring to? I saw the word ghost. Any tools for automating Pinterest? Pinterest, I really like that question. Pinterest is a social media tool, and it's just about putting content in there. Tell me a little bit more about what you want to automate in Pinterest. So, Pinterest is like Instagram. Pinterest is like Facebook. Pinterest is like the new threads. So, we're going to be using a tool to automate our follow up, and you can definitely use it to automate their follow up for Pinterest. Okay, so it is definitely something that we can talk about. But other than I'm not really sure if that answered your question. Okay, so um, all right, VIP pass, y'all. Okay, so it is launch.karenauha.com/VIP July. Okay, there is one question that asks about your monthly income and what your goals are. Okay, don't put the dollar sign. It just, for some reason, won't take it. Okay. We couldn't fix that last time either. So it was one of those things that we need to do. I probably just need to take that question out. Okay. So excited. If you still have issues with that VIP, don't worry. I love it that you guys have questions. I'm going to be popping in there, and we'll probably just remove the question so that nobody gets stuck on it anymore. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. That is it for today. Be careful with threads. Ooh, yeah, big heads up. Every time a new platform comes out, it's going to have some whirly squirrelies. So here's what I'm going to tell you guys. Okay. Let me test it out. Let me test it out for you. Let me give you guys the feedback on what's happening over there. Okay. Because you don't want to lose your Instagram account. I mean, I don't want to lose mine either, but I have contact with Instagram and Facebook. I can get in there and ask questions and get support easier because I run such a big platform. So don't worry about threads right now, guys. I'm not training on how to do it. I just want you guys to know that I'm checking it out. So excited for it to see really what the power is and if it's one of the tools that we're going to want to leverage in the future for selling our artwork. So thank you, Michelle, for the heads up on that. All right, guys, super great. We will see you tomorrow. We're going to talk about branding, okay? And we're going to do another Q&A at the end. So excited. We'll see you guys tomorrow. You have a great rest of your day. Have a great one, guys. Bye.